What is good, everybody? This is Charles from Team COG. Coming at you guys here with a 2-card Fire Fist combo. So, yeah, to put this deck on kind of hiatus for a little bit because I didn't like what the Tri-Brigades did. I actually didn't think they did as much as people thought they did, and I believe I was right. I think that they fit better in some other Beast Warrior strategies, but not Fire Fist. Now, with that being said, in today's format where you have Drytron being like the #1 combo deck out there, I want to showcase you guys a 2-card combo that allows us to keep up with that strategy. With that being said, in order to keep up with Drytron, is that deck goes inherently +1 on every interaction that it does. So this deck, we don't go +1 on every interaction, but we can go +11 throughout our turn. Now that's just my opinion. Again, like don't be taking my word as gospel and then going to your locals and then taking Fire Fist and then getting thwomped by meta and Drytron and be like, well, Team COG told me. No, don't do that. But in order to beat Drytron, you have to plus just as much as they do. That's why control decks do not do so well against Drytron, because control decks are looking to break even, while Drytron's always +1 even on every interaction that the control deck has with them. But with that being said, guys, hit that join button down below. Become a channel member. Support your boy here at what he does. It would become greatly appreciated. And not only do you support me, you get to become a part of a lovely, lovely community that I cannot stress enough. And then if you guys happen to not be able to do that because times are rough, the virus is rampant, think about it. Just think about it. Use that stimulus money and get yourself a beautiful Crusadia or Orchist or Crusadia Equimax sticker down in the description down below. Or do both. Get all of them. Currently right now I had to get a whole new setup. That's also why my sound and stuff on some videos have been great. Some has been quiet. That's because I got a new editing software, a new whole new setup. So it's just been me kind of learning, and I could not have got that without you guys. So a huge shout out to all you guys out there who supported me through this. And yeah, so like I said, huge shout out to you guys. Apologize for the quality of the videos where they just bounce back and forth. Just me learning, and it's just going to have to be what it's going to be. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump into this combo and show you guys this like +11 crazy combo. And to tell you guys what this combo consists of is we are making horse prints. Now, anytime you resolve horse prints, you're practically going to be able to make a Appaloosa. And to me, Appaloosa is the strongest card in this format against the Drytron strategy. You have to negate every Drytron name they have, and Appaloosa can do that. Appaloosa can negate 4 Drytron cards as long as they're not spells. Of course, every Drytron activates Engraver Hand, and that's where Appaloosa uses her bow and she goes pating pating, and she just takes them out. And now following the next turn, you got to put on a lot of damage, otherwise they're just going to do it again. And yeah, but that is it. So this route right here just allows us to make horse prints. Now, horse prints does have the restriction of once you summon it, you cannot summon level 5 or higher for the rest of the turn. That is fine because in the horse sprint strategy, we're not looking to summon Panda or Eland. However, we are still playing 3 Pandas and 1 Eland because Eland is like the searchable monster negation that's super strong. And then Panda is Panda. There's like a love and hate relationship with Panda. People who completely hate the card clearly have not got hand trapped with this deck. And if they have got hand trapped, they've never had a Panda to back it up, because I have got hand trapped with this deck, and then I had been so thankful I've had Panda, because yeah, it locks you into Fire Fist. That's the only reason that everybody does not like the card. But I like the card because it's a multi-faker for this entire deck that's on crack, and then it goes, oh yeah, by the way, you can't summon anything else but Fire Fist. But most of the time, Panda's only coming out when our hands are bad, or hands are interacted with, or in this build, Panda's coming out on the opponent's turn to get that disruption through Shrig, or allowing us to get recursion with the Rooster to get us an ad. So enough about ranting about Panda. Let's just go ahead and jump into this right here. So we're going to grab Tinky. Tinky's going to get us Elephant. Elephant is by far my favorite card, guys. Like, I just love Elephant. So we'll go ahead and normal summon the Red Resonator. Red Resonator's effect. We'll summon out the Elephant. Right here we have 4 and 2 is 6 because I can math. We're going to make Horse Prince here. Horse Prince's effect, we'll summon from the deck the Rooster. Now, Rooster will then grab us Dragon. Alright, just stick with me, guys. So we grab ourselves Dragon, the Dragon Boy. We then use Rooster's effect to send the Tinky to set the Tensu. We then link Shogun, these guys, into our Fire Fist Eagle. We then activate Tensu, use the additional normal summon to normal summon the Dragon. We then use Eagle's effect to bounce back the Tensu, and we get to send the Buffalo. We'll go ahead and at this moment activate Tensu to get ourselves the Cento. Alright, so we got the set Cento. We then use Dragon's effect, not paying cost, to summon out the Rooster. We then use Rooster's effect to set. Oh, whoa. Where is it? Well, darn. There it is. To go ahead and set Dome. Let's go ahead and activate Dome. So now what we do is we use the Buffalo and Grave to sack off these two as cost to summon out the Buffalo. Dome will activate, summoning out the Dragon. We'll use Dragon's effect to summon out the Elephant. We'll then use Elephant's effect to put back the Dome. That's why Dome was at the bottom, was because I was rehearsing this and slipped it back on the bottom to add us Panda. So now this is just a simple, you have tons of options you can do. You can go like here for Tiger King, here for Dryden, here for Abyss Dweller, then turn these two into a Appaloosa. But what we want to do is Appaloosa loses hard to Imperm, so we want to make sure their Appaloosa is protected, and that's where we just simply do a good old yoink right here and go into an Appaloosa right there for 4. And right there, guys, that is it. That's the 2 cards that have got us into, and just take note, we do have a total of 3 more cards in our hand. So we have a total of 4 cards in hand. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So technically we started with 2. We went plus 8, I believe. And it's like whole entire card advantage. But right here, this is what saves us. So when they decide to Imperm this, we do have a Cento that we can flip over and say no to the Imperm, no to the Dark Ruler no more, no to potentially Forbidden Droplets. And then Panda will summon itself, and then Panda will have the ability to bring out the Rooster. And then what Rooster will do is Rooster will get us an ad from the deck, which more case or not, we're just going to go ahead and grab another Dragon from the deck. Now, again, not too shabby, not too bad. 2 cards can get us an App 4 with a Spell and Trap Negate and a Panda follow-up, which is, I believe this is how this deck has to function now, is like our deck has to put up Appaloosa either with 2, 3, or 4. Even if you can get an app with 1, we got to do that in order to counter the Drytron. Now, something to take note is Eland is another option to counter Drytron. Of course, if you can just get up like this here and get like an Eland out, it's pretty good. So you can't do that under Horse Prince, but another thing like you can do, or like the next best board that we can do here, and it's normally this is with 3. And I believe that I don't believe Eagle goes away in this combo sequence. We don't have Eagle because we link it off. And the next way to beat Drytron, in my opinion, is we make a weaker one. But since we don't go the Horse Prince route, we are still ending on like Eland, Swan, and a Cento. So in that scenario, we can just simply have a Spell Trap Negate to stop them from perming or anything with the bow. And then if we get down to like a small enough, like, I mean, let's be honest, guys, like the Drytrons are huge. So the ability that Drytrons have to just practically special summon themselves in attack mode in some scenarios, they can whack over the Goddess Bow, but that's where our boy Swan comes in. And we just have the ability to protect with Swan. And we are normally ending on more than, I think the last thing we're ending on, let me find it real quick, because it's normally the Tensu and the Engine are the last 2 on the field. So we really do have like the ability to do what we need to. So we technically end on a bow for 3, an Elan with a negate, and a Swan to protect that with a pop, and then a Cento. So that's like the next big board that this deck ends on. But if you guys want to see more combos like that, let me know down below. I figured this one's already taken 8 minutes, and it was a lot of me rambling. But yeah, so again, guys, 2 cards gets you to an app for 4, and the Cento, which is not too bad. I think this is the way the deck has to progress in this next format, considering like we already have so many problems, and that being like Drytron being like one of the best decks out there. Like we have to be able to like plus as much as they do. The only problem with this deck, and this is why I guess tangent right here, warning, I'm going to go ranting about Tri-Brigades, is that we already struggle within our own deck because you have to open the right Fire Fist with the right Fire Formation, or you know, some conjunction of the right formation, the right Fire Fist in order to play. By adding in the Tri-Brigade, you're adding in a third option that you have to open correctly with. Now, yes, there are some 1-card combos you can do with like Tinky, gets you the Fractal, yada yada yada. But at the end of the day, that's just practically good for the Tiger King loop, which I believe is a good loop. But I would much rather, it's like all that deck can do. Otherwise, the Tri-Brigades are just bricking with them. And you're gonna be like, well, in some scenarios, yeah, in some scenarios it is. As if you guys are a fan of my channel, you guys know I'm not into probability or into chance. I'm into for sure. And I can tell you that I can for sure get to what I just got to with Tinky and Red Resonator. Whereas if you open like a mixture of like Tri-Brigade, Fire Fist, and Fire Formation, I cannot tell you what we're going to get to because the chances are you might not get to be able to get to a lot. But anyway, enough ranting about the Tri-Brigades. That's just my opinion. Just remember, guys, hit the like button. Comment if you guys liked it. Remember to subscribe if you're not already. This is Charles from Team COG, signing out.